You're listening to Two Chunks and a Hunk, a movie podcast where we give pumps and dumps.
Happy Life Day and welcome to Two Chunks and a Hunk. My name is Jordan Wonders, and for this one, I'm your hunk.
I'm Doge, and come on, Mala, let's see a little smile. Come on. And then the quote that I'm reading says that Mala says, "Wagork," and Luke Skywalker says, "There, that's better. Try to enjoy your hunk day."
Bagork?
Wagork.
Bagork.
I have a very similar quote. And I'm also Carter. Would you look at Hunky? He's sure grown, huh? I think his voice is changing. Lumpy
Tell me what Lumpy says.
says, Argar, gar. And Han says, come on, I'm just teasing.
Come on.
Yikes.
Well,
I guess this week we're talking about, do you want to say it all together? The Star Wars Holiday Special. We watched this one so that you guys don't have to. We took that bullet straight to the dome. Doge, do you want to give a synopsis?
I think
Please try.
Oh my gosh.
No, you don't have to.
In this 1978 made-for-television special, which aired once and was never rebroadcast,
Amazing.
Chewbacca's wife, Mala, his Wii Sports-obsessed dad, Itchy,
Ew.
and his horrifyingly disfigured son, Lumpy, walk around their treehouse. They genuinely, this whole thing is they walk around their treehouse
Lumpy, y'all.
and they watch things on all their different screens. It's Wookiees.
That's the whole
That's
thing.
it. Wookiees are like, look how many screens we have in our home.
Dude, this thing is 90 minutes. How?
I will preface
97 minutes.
before we get into this, in the words of Han Solo from The Force Awakens, it's true. All of it.
Yeah.
Everything we're about to say is 100% true. It's going to sound like a fever dream. It's going to sound like we're making stuff up.
It felt like a fever
We
dream.
promise that we are not adding to or taking away from the narrative craft that is the 1978 CBS Star Wars Holiday Special.
So, full disclosure, I stopped this with 15 minutes left
I could
and
not
did
finish
not
it.
finish it.
I had
Yeah.
30 left. I could not finish it.
You
That's
you had
not
30
fair.
left? Dude, I was dying.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't see the end.
No.
Do you want me to tell you the end?
I've
Big
seen
time. I
the
want
end
you to tell me
before.
the
I
end.
didn't watch it this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they all have these strange Life Day crystal balls
Mm-hmm.
that the entire Baca family,
Mrs. Baca,
Mrs.
Mr.
Baca and Mr. Baca,
Lumpy Baca.
Lumpy Baca and Itchy Baca.
Itchy Baca.
Is Itchy Baca? That sounds like a Mayan pyramid.
It does.
Like a Mayan temple.
They families back together.
Yeah.
They hold those things up in the air,
Okay.
and it was a little Bosnassian, I
Uh-huh.
guess.
Mhm.
They hold up their crystal balls and then are kind of transported in space. And then they're all wearing red gowns.
Have you seen that image of Chewie in his red gown?
No.
It's wild.
And then they kind of show up clearly at a studio. It's supposed to be some other world.
Yep.
And everybody's there. And Carrie Fisher sings, and she's good.
Uh-huh.
But she basically sings what sounds like a national anthem to Life Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's snowing, yeah?
not sad I missed it. So my favorite part of the Star Wars Holiday Special is when Luke sees a picture of Chewbacca, a framed photograph of Chewbacca on a video call, and thinks that it's the actual Chewbacca there in the room.
Luke looks like what's her name? The Olympic gymnast who went on to do lamb chop. He looks like Mary Lou. What's her name in this? Because of all the stage makeup they have on him. It's unbelievable.
So much stage makeup on him.
So should we work through this and just briefly describe some of the excellent segments in this intergalactic variety show?
So the movie starts with Han and is it calling it a movie? Okay. The special starts with Han and Chewie on the Millennium Falcon.
Hey, this might be the first non-movie that we've ever dedicated the full episode to. So
That's true.
History is made.
Here we go.
Wow.
And basically Chewie's like, oh, and Han's like,
Chewie's like, argar, gar, gar, gar.
yeah, argar,
Argar,
Glumple. And Han's like, I know, buddy, we're going to make it back home in time for Life Day, probably. You've never missed one before. And then for the next 3 minutes, an announcer is like, and this person's in it. And this person's in it. And Jefferson Starship is in it.
Yeah.
And
He says
this person.
the Jefferson Starship.
The Jefferson Starship, yeah. So that's pretty nuts.
So this is when we cut to Kashyyyk, right? And we have about 10 minutes of Wookiee dialogue between the Baka family.
With no subtitles.
Genuinely, this
Guys, that is miserable. That is so
I almost
bad.
turned it off there. Like I almost was like, I'm just going to be the guy who didn't see it.
Have we talked about the light show that my dad and I went to in Missouri?
Yeah.
This felt like that.
Right.
They gave us glasses, like 3D glasses, and then we go in and it's just Christmas lights going on and off.
Yeah. All
And
I
then
could
at the end, the kicker is the Star Spangled Banner with just a lit up flag. Like, I love, like, that was so much better than this holiday special.
There is something going on in this holiday special that is so weird and so like uniquely fame grabby, which is this was just a thing that was like, can we try and make some of it Star Wars so kids will like it?
Yeah.
Like that's all that
absolutely.
happened here.
The Incredible Hulk will not be airing tonight because they took the Hulk off the air for the night. Like they wanted to have something that they could.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it was just like a series of strung together fever dream moments interspersed with like, hey, don't forget, it's still kind of Star Wars, so you want to keep watching it, right?
So is the first thing that happens after we get our unsubtitled Wookiee scene?
It's the guy in the shop, right?
It's Art Carney in the shop,
For
right?
some reason, they chose this Imperial guy to not talk.
Yeah,
Like he's
it's
got a weird voiceover that's over the top.
Yeah. So he's in a trading post on Kashyyyk, and then he brings the Baka family their Life Day gifts.
Hey, I liked the pocket aquarium. That was kind of funny.
It was so uniquely 1978 science fiction.
Yeah.
Like this felt like if Star Wars was Star Trek.
Yeah. It made me really
William
happy.
Shatner
though.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, can we get to the next portion? He brings them their gifts, and he brings Ichibaka this chair thing.
Okay.
That's like a hologram.
It's on TV.
It's gonna
This
be
is a
hard.
television show.
It's gonna be hard to talk about this without getting a little blue, but we're gonna sidestep it as best we can.
Mm-hmm.
Itchy really wants to play Wii Sports with this hologram headset. And it seems to me like the feeling is mutual. Because at one point, the hologram headset singer lady says, I am your pleasure.
Yep.
I am here for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then sings a 4-minute song.
yeah, it's
so bad and boring.
I want to take every cannon, gun, laser that I have seen in the Star Wars universe and point it at Itchy's bottom lip
Oh, it scares me.
Awful.
and destroy it.
It freaks me out.
But I want to turn like whatever. If you can turn a knob to turn the power down just enough to where he doesn't die for at least 97 minutes. Like I want him to be tortured as his lip is being disintegrated.
So
I like that.
an interesting fact about Itchy. In Legends canon, I don't believe that Disney has made this canon. They don't have the courage to make this canon.
They don't have the courage.
In Legends canon, Itchy is in Star Wars Episode 3. He's one of the Wookiees on the gunner ship that's flying on Kashyyyk. There's a gray Wookiee shooting droids on Kashyyyk, and that was confirmed to be Ichibaka.
Well, Itchy. So
No.
I don't want to. There will be no spoilers present whatsoever, but The Mandalorian basically confirms holiday special as canon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Itchy's around.
Gosh. Yeah. Well, it confirms Life Day as canon. And
Which
that's,
was introduced in the holiday special.
that's all I feel comfortable. So apparently, I don't know if you guys have read this. Jon Favreau is a big fan, loves the holiday special. Like,
That's
like from a
Oh.
like, not like it's good quality, but like this is the single most interesting piece of Star Wars history.
I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
definitely is.
The fact that this aired once, everyone hated it, and then Star Wars as a franchise was like, that never happened.
right.
That
That
is
is very interesting.
He has said that like if Disney gives him the chance, he wants to do a Star Wars holiday special, a Life Day special, like now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Is it a
also don't know.
spoof? Like, does he want it to be bad?
I don't know.
Because he's good at comedy.
I don't know. Yikes.
Woo!
Big yikes.
Y'all heard about how Lucas gave a copy of this to Carrie Fisher?
Yes.
What?
Amazing, because she had done a ton of commentary on, I think, the OGs
Uh-huh.
4 through 6, and
She said she would come back and do like the actors commentary, the voiceover stuff,
yep.
if
So
he gave her a copy of this.
yep. And so what she said she used to do with it is at parties she would turn it on when she wanted people to leave.
When it was on
That's
my
incredible.
when it was on my TV, I wanted to leave my house so bad. I
Yes.
wanted to do anything to not be in the
This
same room
movie
as
took me
this.
3 days to watch.
No
I
way.
couldn't do it in one sitting.
That's how I did it.
I couldn't do it.
But I
Mm-mm.
did.
You
I
didn't
also
do
didn't
it.
finish.
Yeah.
So
Is it worth super pumping and super dumping on this one?
no.
Okay.
Well, yeah. No. Let's do it. I changed
Okay.
my mind.
Lumpy Baka's Wii Sports headset is the superest super dump I've ever given on this show.
I think I'm going to agree with that. Actually, it made me deeply
It's
uncomfortable.
the single worst thing
That's
I've
my
ever seen
super
on a
dump
screen.
also. Hey, you want to know what my super pump is? Because it's pretty close after that.
Yeah.
It's the cartoon.
Hey, me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So me,
fun.
yeah, the cartoon's a lot of fun.
Speaking of the Mandalorian, this is
Boba.
Boba. This is the first appearance of Boba Fett. His design in this is based on the incomplete costume that was going to be on screen 2 years later in The Empire Strikes Back. So it's why it's unpainted. It's like white. But they took huge inspiration from Boba in this cartoon when designing the Mandalorian for Disney Plus. He's got
Yeah.
the exact same, gun,
rifle. Yeah.
same kind of color palette where it's just really plain
That
looking
is so
armor.
interesting.
Yeah.
A lot
It's
of the
also
same
unfortunate
fabric
that
look
this-
too.
Uh-huh.
This has to exist at this point now. Like this whole holiday special.
Yeah.
I don't like that it has significance. I'm kind of sad about that.
It is
Yeah.
canon.
Yep,
so.
yep. So for listeners who hopefully have not watched the holiday special, we now break into a portion. Oh, we did skip the when Mala watches a cooking video.
Oh my
recipe
gosh!
video?
How did we
Got
skip that?
Poor arm.
Hey, that might be close to my super dump. Actually,
It was awful.
They're like whisk, 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 beat, 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 whisk, beat, whisk, beat, whisk, whisk, punch, whisk, beat, whisk, whisk, beat, beat. Like it was the strangest thing.
Remember what we said at the top of the episode. Everything that we say is true.
Yeah, I mean, it really.
That happened. She
Is-
watches a cooking video because she's
Chef
making
Gourmanda.
Chef Gourmanda.
The quote is actually stir, whip, stir.
That's
Whip,
right.
whip, whip, stir, beat.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh. So that's awful. But
Um,
now
It's like if binging with Babish was terrible, is basically what it is. And then it's a cartoon.
yeah, so does Chewbacca's son Lumpy watch this? Is he the one who is
No,
watching it?
it's.
I am because they got to do whatever they wanted on this holiday special. I'm doing whatever I wanted,
Okay.
or whatever I want on this episode.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
also gonna have a super lump,
Okay.
and super lumps are strange.
Yeah, they
They're-
always are.
They're really annoying. They're sometimes cute, which that in itself is annoying. Like there's a fraction of a second that I'm like, oh no, I still hate it.
Right.
But my super lump is lumpy
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
That is I'm fine if he doesn't talk. That is the most obnoxious
It's the worst sound, yeah.
Wookiee growl type thing. Like at the beginning when he's doing the X-Wing down the stairs.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
and it's 2 straight minutes.
It sounds
For
exactly
so
like
long.
that.
Ugh.
We did skip at the beginning of this. Lumpy watches a hologram on the table of the circus. That's it.
That is
So long. But that's
It
it.
is so long.
That is so strange to me.
Like the point that we're at right now, we're over halfway through this Star Wars holiday special.
Yeah.
Because every single moment is so much longer than it needs to be.
I cannot put into words how unbelievably bizarre this whole thing is.
I think what makes it extra bizarre is it's in its own rank because it's not necessarily how you feel about a B movie. Because with most B movies, nothing about it is recognizable. You don't know any of the characters going in, but like this is Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's this bad. It's
Yeah.
a year after New Hope.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing that Empire got off the ground after this.
It's amazing anybody went to go see Empire after this was on their television.
I wish
know.
I wish I could see the families huddled around, getting so excited in 1978 and just see their reactions.
Ugh.
I want to zoom in that little vignette that you've painted for us. I want to zoom in on the face of the dad
Yeah.
who took his children to see Star Wars and was like, this is pretty great. And then goes, oh my gosh, they're canceling the Incredible Hulk tonight. We're not going to get any Lou Ferrigno, and instead we're going to get Star Wars. And just give me a slow zoom in on dad's face as the horror of what he is
Stir,
experiencing.
stir, stir.
begins
Whisk,
to
whisk,
dawn on
whisk.
him.
Stir, whisk, beat, whisk, stir. And he's just crying tears of blood.
So we get a cartoon.
Do you
and
think
it's
eyes
fun.
were covered when Itchy? Like, do you
Yes,
think in 1978
100%.
kids' eyes
they
were-
turned it off.
You need to go.
Go to bed.
There was a drop in box office money from New Hope to Empire. I wonder if
I
there's
thought you were about to
influence.
say from New Hope to the holiday special. I was
No.
like, yeah, it was on CBS.
I'm just imagining Itchy putting on the headset and parents across the nation going, you gotta go to bed. This is mommy and daddy's show. It's like how my parents were with ER in the West Wing when I was
Yep.
a kid. They were
Mhm.
like, no, you're done.
Yep.
It's like, but I want to watch it too. So the cartoon's honestly okay.
I have to share this talking about children's shows. I
Okay.
used to love watching, I believe it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with my parents.
Sure.
And then there was a show that was like ER, but not. It was called The Practice. Do you guys remember the show The Practice?
Yes.
And I used to beg my mom to stay up after Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to watch The Practice because I, as a child, thought that it was the practice for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I thought that it was their rehearsal that they were showing after the show.
My.
That's
Goodness.
amazing.
Anyway,
Because you heard Regis say, tune in for the practice after
coming up
this."
next, The Practice.
Right.
The
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a life day miracle.
It's a life day miracle.
A life team.
The cartoon's fine to me. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
I mean, the animation style is bananas.
I thought it was like charming in a weird way.
Oh, I think it's so weird.
Oh, it's really bad.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, I think it was almost like so bad that it was just kind of fun.
It felt like Sgt. Pepper
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
big time.
But then after that, I don't remember how we get there, but we watch about a 4.5 minute Jefferson Starship music video.
It's Art Carney's character. Saun. It's like it's like Saun. It's like they took two ways to spell Sean and combined the parts that don't make Sean into a new
Saun.
name.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, Saun shows it to Itchy.
One of them.
I think after Itchy finishes his Wii Sports headset, he shows it to him on a hologram table and is like, "You're really gonna like this one." It's just Jefferson Starship, just forever,
Spacey Kasem.
for so.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Where everything that casts light has been made to look like a lightsaber. It's
Yeah.
so over the top.
Just a glow. I genuinely don't remember what happens after this.
I also don't.
I mean, is
Steer us through the river Styx, Carter.
Chewie and Han, is there anything that happens between that and them coming back to the treehouse?
Oh, we see Leia for a little bit. Something happens with Leia.
Okay, I'm looking on Wikipedia. The Jefferson Starship music video is before the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Lumpy works to create a translation device that will fool the Imperials into returning to their base by faking their commander's voice. To do so, he must first watch the manual for the device being presented by a malfunctioning, incompetent robot
yes.
played by the same chef from earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was so strange. And then we also have Maud in the bar.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
B. Arthur, isn't it?
That is
Yeah.
a long scene. That was
That's
like
very long.
I feel like-
15 to 20 minutes.
I feel like I could
long.
say
She
that after
also sings
every
forever.
sentence.
Yes. And
Yeah.
such strange things are happening. Like they start dancing at one point. Like My Fair Lady.
We have to stop.
How do we
referencing that.
stop? How do we keep bringing that
I
movie up?
know because it's everywhere.
My
It's
Fair
not the
Life.
only musical.
My Fair Life Day.
My Fair Life Day. And it's the same guy again, the guy who does the chef stuff. That
Yeah,
is
he's
the
in.
guy who
He's
comes
in there 3 times. 'cause he's
pines for her.
Such a huge get.
Oh my gosh.
Whoever this guy is.
Just his name's just Craig.
I think he was on the Carol Burnett show.
Caribou.
Whip stir.
Can we be done talking about the Star Wars Holiday
And the
Special, please?
bodyguard, like the bouncer for the bar. He was interesting.
Oh man.
We here at Two Chunks and a Hunk have perfected the art of movie rating, and there's literally no reason to do it here. God's forsaken us.
God hath forsaken
God has
us.
forsaken us.
This is the worst thing I've ever watched.
So strange to me.
This knocks out Twilight 4 for the worst thing I've ever put in my eyes.
The thing is, this is worse because it's Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm sure there are quote unquote worse things out there, but because
I don't know, though.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't.
But
Even if
because
this wasn't
is Star Wars, it's like it has now made it even worse. Like,
Yeah.
if you handed me a tub of sludge and were like, I made you a tub of sludge, I'd be like, that's disgusting, but you did it. But if you handed me a tub of sludge and said, I made you a pizza, I'd be like, you've failed twice. You have failed 2 times.
You've not only not made pizza, you've not made anything.
Right. And that's sort of what this is. It's like, this not only isn't a movie or a holiday special, this is most certainly not really Star Wars. So you have now failed twice. So because there's no real way to talk about this movie any further than we have, we're going to call upon the Life Day spirits, see if we can conjure the ghost of Life Day Adam. Adam, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. What's up?
You got 10 seconds. Just break this down for me.
So I watched this. I finished it, unlike the rest of you jokers, except for maybe Carter.
Fair enough.
I finished it in one sitting. The worst movie I have ever watched in my entire life. If you ever find yourself in a dark corner of the internet and you find this, stay far, far away.
Thank you,
Fair
Ghost
enough.
of Life Day Adam.
And the craziest thing is, before he decided to watch this in one sitting, he was just Life Day Adam.
he was alive. Yeah,
That's
he was
what
fine.
killed him. That's why he's a ghost now.
Yeah, sorry, our connection to the ethereal is fading. Yep, nope, we lost signal. He's gone.
He's gone. But he lives on forever in our hearts, our minds, and our Wii Sports headsets.
In the corner of this studio. So Star Wars Holiday Special. Got it in one.
How long have we been going? I feel like it's been so short.
I think this is, so far we've been talking for about 80 seconds about this
Feels about right.
holiday special. And I have no more to say about it. You guys want to talk about the future?
Yeah, flying cars, robots.
Let's look forward.
Wii Sports headsets. It's
with
all coming.
Perfect clarity because it's 2020 vision.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I know.
It was way too early for me to pick
Were you
up on
planning that? How long have you been planning that?
At least 30 seconds.
Yeah, way to go.
So I thought that to wrap this up and to sort of launch into the new year.
I agree. Let's say it at the same time. Let's
actually
actually wrap.
No.
it up. Okay. yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yo, stir, whip, beat, start.
no, what I'd like to do is just sort of, this is kind of unplanned off the cuff from the hip, but I'd like to just sort of,
As you're trying something new this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's sort of
Yeah, because we uusually plan our show so thoroughly.
I thought I'd mix it up and improvise.
So did a lot of people in 1978.
I'd love to talk a little about what we, the three of us, would like to see us touch on eventually as a show.
Yeah.
Different
cool.
things that we would love to see. Not necessarily specific, but just like where we would love to bounce around to. and sort of maybe gauge our chunky's interest in where we hope to go eventually.
Yeah.
So, like, I would, shockingly enough, love a sports movie series.
Whoa.
I think that would be so much fun.
That would be fun.
Like, there are a ton of really great.
Just some of the early Harry Potters again, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just do those again.
So another sports movie series.
There are so many really great sports movies that are like human triumph and all. Oh, it's so good. And I want to hit those. And I would love to see us tackle
That's good.
some of those.
I think that because of who my wife is, I think she's listening right now, really expecting me to say something in particular. And that would be this. I think we have to do like an animal series, like Homeward Bound and feel-good animal movies at some point. I'm not saying we would enjoy them or that would be particularly compelling podcasting.
I was going to say I'd rather die, but yeah, we can.
There's some good stuff out there.
Well, why don't we just record those episodes and I'll just text
Just
them to
send
her.
them to-
Jess, those will be specific bespoke podcast episodes for you.
Yes.
I'd love to see us get our music on a little bit.
For sure. I just
That'd be
think
fun.
I feel like we got a lot of good feedback asking what the people
From our
wanted.
Instagram
Yeah.
questions, yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed
Musicals comes up a lot. Either one specifically mentioned or just doing a series.
Well, and Cat's tanked at Heart of the Box
Oh
Office.
man, that's
so.
pretty
Any
wild too.
surprise there?
No.
We did get a request on Instagram to do. I said, what movies should Two Chunks and a Hunk review in 2020? And one of the answers was Matt Damon.
That was funny. Did you see the one about hair?
Yes, yeah.
That one was
The
interesting
response
too.
to yours.
I'll
It's like,
review-
wow, something.
It was like, you've got a great style. If you ever need your hair cut,
I'm
hit
pretty
me up.
sure because the picture was of all three of us. When you asked the question, I'm pretty sure they thought you were Doge.
Maybe.
No way. That was on Carter's Instagram.
It was
That wasn't on
mine
the Two Chunks.
specifically.
I know, but the picture was of the three of us.
I didn't have a picture of
He didn't
the
have a
photos.
picture though.
Wait, really?
There was a picture on the Two Chunks one, not on his.
Oh.
The plot thickens.
The plot
hear that?
thickens. Hey, I have an idea for what we should do.
Tell me the idea of what we should do.
How many Keanu Reeves? Surely we've done a Keanu Reeves movie. Have we ever reviewed a Keanu Reeves
We
movie?
actually haven't.
Is this a disservice to
Big time.
our nation?
Big time.
Why haven't we done a Keanu Reeves? We
'Cause we're
have
idiots.
we have two fan favorite series.
It's called
Ripe.
Unbereavesable.
I know. It's too
You're
bad that
unbelievable.
It's too bad that we already have plans for the beginning of next year, or we could have a Keanu Year's
Ooh,
Oh my
ooh,
party.
Ooh, ooh.
What is your key on New Year's resolution? Dang, that's so good.
That's very good.
But yeah, Matrix, John Wick, The Lake House.
Johnny Mnemonic.
There's
Replicas.
just so much. We can do it all. Let's do every single one of Keanu Reeves
Speed.
movies
Y'all seen Speed?
leading up to, yes.
Speed's a good movie.
Yeah.
the new Bill and Ted movie.
Speed is a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of sports, right? Driving
Yeah. Driving
the bus.
Yeah.
I'm tired of not talking about karate.
Fair enough.
I think we should do a martial arts series.
Okay.
The Karate Kids. That's us.
The Karate Kids. We can do never.
Three Ninjas.
We can do Never Back Down. We can do Warrior.
Warrior's not karate.
No, martial arts.
Oh, gotcha.
It's an art of war.
It is.
What if we did a series called Adult Human Regular Podcasters and we review every Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
Down.
Who would listen to that?
Jordan would. Jordan
you
would
already
listen.
do listen to it live every
Still
time we
would.
talk.
Still would listen.
Adult Human Regular Podcasters.
Podcasters in a hot room. Podcast power. Well, it's been a fun life day, guys. I feel like we've all grown.
Happy
and-
Life Day. Let's
Happy Life Day.
let's
We've all
never
learned a
celebrate
lot.
this holiday again.
Oh, I'm going to celebrate sort of privately in my own way.
Happy Life Day, Lucas.
To wrap up,
Why you do this to us?
this episode and 2019.
An entire decade of podcasting. That's
Oof,
crazy.
wow.
We'll
we
count
did it.
down from 78.
Hey, we're going to count down from 10 and you guys can play this at your New Year's Eve parties tonight.
Hey!
And then we'll end the episode. You can enter the new year with 2 chunks and a
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Chunk Year! That wasn't 10 actual seconds.